What up, this is Rama Screen covering movies, TV, and entertainment, and here's my review of Netflix's new documentary series, I Just Killed My Dad. Hey, before you watch my review, please subscribe to my channel, press that like button, ring that bell, so you can get notified whenever I post new videos. Let's rock this. Okay, so here's what's interesting. Do you remember that recent Netflix true crime docu, Girl in the Picture, which I consider to be one of this year's best? Well, the same woman who directed that one also directed this one. Her name is Skye Borgman. Well, Girl in the Picture was a feature length, whereas this one comes in 3 segments. But it does make sense why this one has to be told in this particular format, because there is a lot to unpack about the mystery of Anthony Templet and his reason for killing his dad. But more importantly, you will come to understand the similar themes that both Girl in the Picture and I Just Killed My Dad share or have in common. Perhaps Skye Borgman is on a mission to expose bad parenting's deadly consequences, and if that's the case, then Godspeed, Skye Borgman. I Just Killed My Dad is haunting, it's grim, it's shocking, and it's so telling or revealing the way that criminal justice looks at this murder, in contrast with the actual truth once you dig deeper and find out more about it. Is the murder justified? Was it self-defense? Where is the line between punishment and reform? Is the system designed to help, or is it designed to repeat the vicious, violent cycle? All these complicated, nuanced questions are explored on these 3 very riveting episodes, which may end up getting divided or mixed reactions from audiences. Directed by Skye Borgman, I Just Killed My Dad is an unprecedented documentary series which tells the unbelievable, never-been-told true story of the Templet family. Anthony Templet shot his father and never denied it, but why he did it is a complex question with profound implications that go far beyond one family. This 3-episode documentary series explores the psyche of Anthony leading up to the events of June 3, 2019, and the journey of his mental and emotional aftermath. Anthony steps into the frame on the first episode and immediately shares why he chose to do this docu and what's really at stake for him. The first episode basically takes you to that horrible early morning when Anthony had a heated argument with his dad, Bert, and it resulted in Anthony fatally shooting Bert multiple times using a couple of handguns. The title of this docu is based on the first thing that Anthony said to a 911 operator, and the rest of that episode is what ensues. You know, him facing charges, him getting interrogated, and that the detectives and the prosecutors are stunned by how composed Anthony was, because he didn't show signs of sadness nor remorse. But that's when it takes a turn for the unexpected, because come episodes 2 and 3, turns out what is supposed to be open and shut, clear cut, isn't really such a straight line after all. And slowly but surely, you change your position from judging Anthony to siding with him. I mean, I've never seen anything like it. We've come across cases of wrongfully accused before, but this just totally flips the table, and it makes a compelling argument in defense of Anthony. All of a sudden, he's not the bad guy, he's the victim. And the only way for you to wrap your head around that is to listen to the layers upon layers of information that this docu presents. If by the 3rd episode you're baffled as to why the prosecutors are still gung-ho on throwing the book at Anthony, well, you gotta keep in mind that A, they're just doing their job, and B, at that point, they may not have the big picture that Anthony's lawyer does. Speaking of whom, one of my favorite segments out of this entire docu is the mock trial with the mock jury. You know, sometimes we are so desensitized by Law and Order show, for example, that we often forget that trying to convince 12 people that your client is not a villain is easier said than done. Last but not least, the reason I said earlier that audiences might have mixed emotions about this, and it's because the questions will always linger. Despite what Bert did to Anthony, did he deserve to get shot and killed? And if you mention how the law enforcement kept failing Anthony time and time again, then does that make it a justifiable reason to take matters into your own hand? And then there's the unasked question of race. Would the outcome have been the same if Anthony was a person of color? Because statistically speaking, men of color in Anthony's position almost never get the benefit of the doubt in the eyes of the law. I Just Killed My Dad documentary series is wild and thought-provoking. It's got so many crazy twists and turns, and hopefully it will spark some much-needed conversation about our criminal justice system.